Good day, fine people. A very warm welcome to you once again. My name is Nick on the ZX Spectrum, and this is Super Robin Hood, published by Codemasters in 1987. It's a platformer which also came out in the Amstrad CPC and the Commodore 64. Let's sort this all out. This version says it's the 128K on the file, but this music does seem like it's using the split channel of 48K, but the file says 128K, and I'm in 128K mode. Let's go with that. Now, this is a budget game. It costs £1.99. You control Robin Hood. Don't know why he's super, but the Sheriff of Nottingham have kidnapped Maid Marion and locked her in a tower somewhere, and we must rescue her by collecting hearts and all that guff. So here we go. This is my first go as we go up this ladder. It's a little bit flickery for the time being. Looks like there's a few obstacles to negotiate. You've got a bow and arrow, and you can fire stuff, but yes, not expert gameplay, seeing how you would have got on your first or second go. We're stress busting. Would this game be worth playing? Would you have gone back to it? Oh, it's a bit flip screen there. There's a yellow spider going up and down. If you are a yellow spider going up and down, comment below. So we've got the health on the bottom right, which we got a little bit back by getting a white coin. There's a heart up the top. Throughout the game, you'll be able to try and find keys to open these doors and control various lifts that go up and down. Do lifts do anything apart from go up and down? I don't know. Let me know. There's Willy Wonka and the glass elevator, wasn't there? That probably went weird directions. And also the turbo lift in Star Trek and the Starship Enterprise. Right, there's a guy firing arrows at me. Duck, fire. The animation when the character ducks is quite good, but the it looks like the ladders are quite big here. It's a little bit clunky, but let's see how we get on there. There's a guy hanging around. What a lazy bum. If you are a lazy bum skeleton hanging around, then comment in the comment section below. If you watched this far into the video, it's only been going 2 minutes, but if you watched this far, please subscribe if you haven't already. That helps the channel grow. There's a lot of competition and skullduggery and evil tactics that go on amongst some channels. Help me get noticed above them. And a huge thank you if you have subscribed already. We keep going. We've built up such a catalogue now of all the games. There's a key around there. Yes, if you want to see them, click on my username, take to the channel page, click on the playlist tab. Then ZX Spectrum will be there, along with a list of other stuff. So it's an exploration game. Please comment if you completed this back in the day. I don't know what I would have done. So there's a plethora of these sort of games back in the era, and in particular homebrew territory. The original ones, I suppose, were Jet Set William, Manic Miner. We did one called City we did one called City Slicker quite recently, which was really painful to play. This isn't as painful as that, but it's on the way. At least when you get into contact with something, you don't die immediately. It's got a health bar dwindling down, so it gives you half a chance. Yes. So we're in some weird castle. There's people chained up here and there. Guys in green firing arrows at us, but it looks like they're firing their arrows out of a gun, which is a bit weird. Maybe it's a crossbow, that's what it must be. There's a guy walking back and forward, not too dissimilar from the pirates in Booty. I don't know what that is down the bottom there, some kind of magenta rat. If you are a magenta rat, then comment in the comment section below. What are you up to? What are your hobbies? What are your favourite pastimes? Right, okay, so it's a little bit boring, this game, compared to the other ones. I think when you look at the other budget games, Finders Keepers was there. But I wouldn't have been too disappointed if I bought this at $1.99 back in the day. Preferred Finders Keepers, but you know, from the Magic Knight series. But I never really got very far in that one either. It was just like the wonder of going around and seeing the various screens and the enemies going up and down. You seem to want or demand more as an adult to keep you happy. But if I put this in the frame of mind as a kid, I would have thought it was okay. Although I don't think I would have seen the screens beyond what I'm seeing now. So it's no more frustrating than a lot of the games back in the day. Don't know why it's Super Robin Hood. He's got a jetpack. He can't fire a laser out of his eyes. He can't travel in time. And I've died. Diddly 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 dee. Designed by Philip and Andrew Oliver. There we go. So that's the Oliver twins, isn't it? Well done, them too. I don't think this is one of their better games, but here it is. But good on budget, I suppose. I don't know if you see the Sheriff of Nottingham maybe at the end doing his various bits. So it's an also-ran, really. As a budget game, it survives. It gives you a lot for a budget game. But overall, in the grand scheme of things, against absolutely everything else, it blends into the fabric and not to be noticed or seen ever again. There's no real reason to track this down unless you've got a lot of nostalgia for it as a kid, bringing back those initial memories. So it's not awful, it's just not particularly exciting, and it's a little bit frustrating in places to get to various bits. Now, the most frustrating bit of this game is getting on these moving ledges and getting on the lifts. They're not particularly helpful, to be fair. Frustration is going to set in quite quickly with this after you've seen those initial screens, but maybe it's just that I'm playing like a Wally and don't know quite what I'm doing. He don't know what he's doing. 1987. Right, there's the heart there. Building a bridge to your heart. That's it, good. What a singer I am. You know it's Super Robin Hood, because in the top it says Super, and at the bottom it says Robin Hood. The only other Robin Hood game I can think of, you're probably going to say another one now, is Robin of the Wood, which we also reviewed a while back. That's better than this one, by Odin Computers in 1985. That works a bit like, like a side view top down exploration game, a little bit like Saberwolf, I suppose, but not as good as Saberwolf, but operates in a similar sort of way. So you have like your main classic games, don't you, that everyone's heard of: Attack Attack, Manic Miner, Jet Set Willy, Pole Position, Checkered Flag, all of those, Horace and the Spiders, and then you've got these other games that are in the sort of like background. For me, the Spectrum was at its greatest, although the game's a bit more basic, in the early 80s. I like that era there, and then the late 80s, they was really trying to push it to see what they could potentially do, and then the 16 bits were on them, so they was really having to go crazy. But I love the homebrew scene. The homebrew scene's great. Increased compilers, get more out the system, and they're just a very different looking game generally. They do a lot more. It's almost as if they're playing with about 10 times more memory. Oh god, I'm not doing very well here. So cyan ladders in the castle. I mean, who ever heard of a castle where there's no staircase to go up to, it's just full of ladders? I mean, that's a duff idea for a castle. If you do own a castle with no stairs or turrets and just a collection of ladders, then comment in the comment section below. Explain yourself. What was your reasoning, you nincompoop? No, I can't call you a nincompoop. I can't judge. It might be a very nice castle. The worst castle, I suppose, to live in is a sand castle, because if it gets a bit windy, it might blow over, or some big bully might come along and kick over the sand castle. So that's not very good. Generally, castles were built at the top of the hill. Look at me telling you about the history of castles, so they could look down there. Where I live, there's the old site of a Mott and Bailey, but it's not there anymore. Perhaps it's like a caravan on wheels and moved away. I seem to be stuck there, right? I don't want to get too much further in this game, so you already know whether you want to track it down or not. I've got a green key. That's probably going to open a green door. It's a huge key. You couldn't fit it on your key ring, or else you wouldn't be able to move around. Right. See, that bloke with a crossbow, he's going to run out of arrows if he keeps firing like that all the time with no one there. Bloke's a Wally. Maybe they should have done that as some sort of sensor thing, so he only fired when you was actually there. Now, is this a glitch? Should there be a level there? I mean, this isn't going anywhere, is it? Oh, I think probably that green key I picked up probably unlocks something somewhere. You might be screaming at the screen and stuff I'm doing wrong, but it's not expert gameplay. I always say this. Every so often, I get a big, long, like multiple paragraph about all the stuff I'm doing wrong. It's not that kind of a channel, baby. It's about stress busting. As I say, you're the kid playing it. You haven't necessarily read the instructions. You might have glanced them. You've just got it home, got the tape and the cassette deck, and load it as quickly as you can for a bit of fun. And if you was good straight away, it was a great game. And if you was rubbish or poor straight away, you thought, oh god, what a load of rubbish. As I say, not the greatest game in the world, but because it was budget $1.99, we can let it go. Yellow spiders. I like that. I'd say the animation of the graphic of the character itself when he fires his bow and ducks down, that's quite cool. There's quite a few different frames there, so that would have been quite tricky to do. I just wish the navigation was a bit easier in terms of the jumping on the moving ledges. That is a bit unforgiving. Anyway, 3 shots should take this guy out. Not to dinner. Health is looking at 0, so that's not good. Right, okay. Oh man, caravan. How am I still on health 0? I don't know. I should have died by now, a million years ago. I think maybe, did I put a poke on? I can't remember. I might have mucked about with it somehow. Maybe I'm on infinite health. Or maybe just one last touch and I'm doomed to Betsy. Right, but normally... No, I wasn't. There we go. Death was imminent. There we go. So, you know, decent for budget, but rather frustrating. Otherwise, if you persisted with it, well done you. Not bad, but not unbelievable either. But sort that jumping out, that's a pain in the bottom. So, hope you like to have a look at that one. That was Super Robin Hood on the ZX Spectrum 128K ? Published by Codemasters in 1987. Got any comments about this game, similar games, or anything retro? Then put that in the comment section below. You're more than welcome. Until next time, take great care of yourself and a very fond goodbye.
Goodbye.
Don't know why it's Super Robin Hood. He ain't got a jetpack, he can't fire a laser out of his eyes, he can't travel in time. And I've died.